Hello and welcome to I Can't Say It, day 321. How do you like my hair? My wife says that my hair is receding. It does appear to be so. Nevertheless, it's still there. I can still do this. It's still hair. Oh well, it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, a bit cold today. I was thinking about what I was going to say, and nothing was coming to mind. I mean, lots of little things came to mind, but there was nothing too particular coming to mind. Today was the first day of 9 days off from work. Did not look at work email, but I probably should do some looking and whatnot tomorrow. Make it feel like I've been doing something, because today was sort of a kind of day. We were going to go to the flea market, and there was no flea market because of the poor air quality, as everybody knows what's going on in the Bay Area. And then we did some Pokemon hunting. Came home and we had some lunch. Some of us passed out. Some of us did Beyblades. Then we did a little bit more Pokemon hunting, and then dinner. So it's kind of because of the air quality, your two choices really are staying indoors or stay in your car. And we did go to Target because we went to Sean, my son, had earned his allowance and he wanted to buy some Beyblades, and so we got some Beyblades. But we still sat in the car, in the parking lot, doing Pokemon. So tomorrow, let's make an effort to get some things done, to feel like, you've accomplished something, so that, you can move forward with all those other things in your life that you need to do. So, you got free time, you've got time, what are you going to do with it? And that is always the hardest thing to do, because there are always things that can be done. There are distractions that can be done. There are things that your wife asks you to do. There are things that your child asks you to do. Then there are the things that you need to do. So now the tough challenge is balancing them all. And sadly, what the wife and what the child want take precedence over what I need to do. But if my wife is taking care of something, then clearly I have free time to take care of what I need to do. So whenever I have free time, I should be using it to take care of my stuff and not watching television. I'm going to tell you right now, TV, biggest time suck in the world. If we were to let go of that, our life would be a little bit different. And because we have discussed doing that before, that DirecTV might not be the best choice for us, simply because of the number of channels that we watch and compared to the number of channels that we pay for. You got to wonder, is there a way to pay less and still be able to watch all the shows that you want to watch? So that's one area that we're going to be looking into. Once again, there's a thing that we would like to do, and trying to squeeze that in amongst all the other things that we need to do. So it's a nice little balancing act that we have going on there, that, like somebody once said, if you don't make it a priority, it doesn't get done. So if what you're doing right now is, you always have to ask yourself, well, what are you doing right now? Is that really the best way to spend your time right now? And if sitting in front of the TV is what you need to do, then that's what you do. But I would say 9 times out of 10, it's not really probably the best use of your time. That there's some ways that you can spend your time a little bit more wisely, a little bit just say wisely. Wisely, everyone understands what that means, so no need to get out the thesaurus and look up a synonym for wisely. It's, what is the best use of your time? And every day I come out here and I record a video thinking that that's a good use of my time. Although I am still pissed off that 13-minute video that I recorded the other day did not save properly. And so I was just thinking that maybe I ought to try to write out what I think I was saying in that and make it a special I Can't Say It. We'll see. Or I might just one day start talking about it again and say, you know what? This is kind of what I was saying that day, and here I am going to try to recreate it. We'll see. You know, it's time to start making changes to I Can't Say It, to the show. Because really, it all started with speaking and weight. And now it feels like there's just something that just needs to change. Something that just, you know, needs to evolve. And when I have free time, I will start thinking about that. I probably should just use any waking moment think of that as that I'm not doing something as free time. And say, well, what am I going to do about it now? Because it at least gives you something to think about. You know? Because yeah, it does feel like there's a time for a change in the way that the show is done. And I hope that you will all be enthusiastic about whatever change I decide to make. And I'll probably make it effective January 1. One of them I was thinking about doing was reading the Bible every day and talking about what I read in the Bible. Still an idea. Not sure if I'm going to go with it. Another idea that occurred to me was learning how to read Braille. Not because I'm blind, but because there was a TV show on this morning, I think it was, on Channel 2 called Bay Area People, and they talked about Braille, blind people or people that were hard of, you know, who had limited eyesight, and how you convey art to them. And it was really quite interesting, and the speed with which they seemed to be reading the letters was phenomenal. And I was like, well, I wonder how easy or difficult that is. So maybe I'm going to be maybe have specific sections of I Can't Say It and then decide how to, you know, then make that part of like a regular segment, how I'm learning Braille and whatnot, reading the Bible, you know, a little bit every day. You know, I don't know. Sounds like a plan starting to come together. Kind of like the idea. Anyway, so as you can hear in the background, that is U2. Sounds like they're singing Out of Control from one of the early albums. And so people really do like hearing early U2. This concert I think was done in '87. It's the same concert I've played in the background before. All right, so maybe a more formal structure to I Can't Say It. Maybe I get a more formal background. I don't know, that's an interesting idea too. Instead of having the halo above my head or the bright light, that might be a bit distracting for some people. Anyway, some thoughts. If you have any, please leave a comment or leave something in my inbox, and I will see what we can do about incorporating that into I Can't Say It. Okay, so with that, I'm going to head off to bed so that I can get some sleep, so that tomorrow I can maybe start on some of the things that I need to work on. All right, with that, I wish you all a pleasant evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.